everyone. It is April, I think it's the 17th or maybe the 18th. I don't know. One of those. It's Wednesday, 11 o'clock on the East Coast. My name is Jamie, and I have the absolute pleasure of coming live with you every week, Wednesday, 11 o'clock on the East Coast, right here in YouTube on my YouTube channel. I'll be making a card for you today, which just so happens to be a fun fold, which I don't do very often, but I was really intrigued by this card I saw over on Instagram and wanted to replicate it and make it for us. So I'm going to be sharing that. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in upstate New York. And I have 3 kids. I have a husband. I have 3 cats. A little bit about me. And I'm really excited to be here with you today. So what I do is I take one product, and it's usually a bundle. Sometimes it's a suite, sometimes it's just the pattern paper or a tool or whatever, and I make different cards with it, and I share those all week long with you, giving you lots of ideas. And the idea behind this is, well, A, to give you lots of ideas, B, to hopefully inspire you and make you fall in love with the set as much as I do, but also because if you don't like one card, maybe you'll like another, and if you don't like that one, maybe you'll like Thursday's card or whatever. So I'm giving you lots of ideas, and I hope you are here for them all. So good morning, everyone. I see lots of names. I also tend to get really tongue-tied and forget words. Judy's here, Karen, Joe, Amy, Beth, Melanie. Good morning, my friends. Hello, hello. Okay, so the product I'm featuring this week is the Cutest Cows, and I can see how it got its name because it's so stinking cute. I don't normally do cutesy. I really, really don't. If you look at kind of my style and what I end up buying, what I end up using, it's not usually cutesy. However, I have to say that I kept seeing all these cards that everyone was making, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give in and finally buy the Cutest Cows bundle because it's so cute and so adorable. And I am a sucker for punny sentiments, and this has a few of them, and I just love it so much. The second reason why I love it is it comes with a punch. So if you are a newer stamper or you're looking for quicker, easier making cards, a punch is always just faster and easier. It's great for beginners. It's not nearly the investment of a machine, and it is kind of compact. I mean, it does take up space, but it folds up nicely. So it is a punch. I will say it is sold right now as a bundle, which means you can buy the stamp set by itself. You can buy the punch by itself. If you buy them together with the bundle product number, you're going to save 10%. I went in the catalog because this product is carrying over. So hopefully that doesn't fall. May 1st starts our new annual catalog. So excited. And it does carry over. I can't show you the inside, so I got to make sure I'm off screen. And as far as I could tell, I don't think the bundle is carrying over. So the individual prices are carrying, product is carrying over. If you have your new annual catalog, it's on page 76. The stamp set is $24. The punch is $24 as well. And you don't get the bundle price. So if you don't have this set already and you want it, get it before May 1st because you'll save the 10%. Okay. Good morning, Jean. I think that's how you pronounce it. Good morning, Lori. Hello, friends. Okay, so let me do a little swapperoo. Let me give you a closer look. Oh, sorry, I have to charge my phone. You're getting my phone cord. Gosh, why does it look so dark? Is it me or does it look real? Oh, hold on. I don't have one of my lights on. Not that that did a whole heck of a lot. Oh, a little bit. Okay, so let me give you a closer look at the stamp set. This is a stamp set here. And we have, this sounds a little weird, but it is what it is. We have 3 heads. I don't know. That's what it is. Faces. We'll call them faces. That sounds less weird. 3 faces. And we have 3 bodies. This one here is the one that coordinates with the punch. So I don't know if you can see this one here. Okay. I'm not sure about that one. I think these 2 faces are the ones that coordinate with the punch as well. And then we have some extra little fun images like some sunflowers, a rooster, a chick, a little baby chick, a milk jug. That's not a jug. That's a milk canister. I don't know what that's called. A single sunflower. And then a couple of people, based on the card I made yesterday, were asking, where's that grass set from? And the grass is right in the Cutest Cows, right here. So you have this little cluster of grass, and then even like a cute little cowbell, which is so cute. So love that so much. Love that it comes with a punch. And although I didn't do it, you can use these pieces just to create like a cardstock. Oh, sorry about that. Oops. You can use just the individual images to cut out like a cardstock cow, and do like the different components. Okay, let me show you what I made. Oops. Okay, that's today's card. It's a fun fold, so it's going to open like this, and then it opens like that. Okay, opens like this, and then closes like that. Yesterday's card was this one, and I used a blender pen. A blending brush to add some balmy blue, some granny apple green to the bottom. I love this one so much. It might be my favorite of them all. That's today's. Tomorrow is going to be this one. So okay, true confession, I actually Googled cow to see like the different colors of cows. I'm not really up on my cows. I'm not really like very knowledgeable when it comes to cows. So I saw some cows have black spots, but some cows are black with white spots. So that's how I did this card here. And I die cut just a piece of it to kind of give it an extra little funness to it. So that's tomorrow's card. And then Friday's card, I can't get it, is this one. And then I also learned there's brown cows. So I called like this one brown. And I love how the rooster came out. True story. I also Googled rooster. Like, what is a rooster? I don't know what a rooster looks like. I'm sounding very city, but I live in the suburbs. I wanted to make sure I accurately colored the rooster. And so I Googled rooster, and I found out he's got a greenish blue body with blue tails and an orange-ish head. Nancy said, this is one of my all-time favorite stamp sets. I do use my scan and cut to cut out lots of the images. Yeah, that would come in handy. I can definitely see that. There are little bits. But I wanted to show you. So the only thing I fussy cut out here, well, I fussy cut out the little sunflower and the cow's head because I wanted to make it cute. And then I fussy cut out this body. But if I would have swapped this and put the sunflowers to the right and the cow to the left, I could have used this body and just punched it. I didn't realize it when I stamped it, and I don't mind fussy cutting, so I just was like, I'm going to do a quick fussy cutting. But if it's not your thing, you'd have to flip-flop these. Hold on. My camera is a little not straight, and that's bothering me. Okay, it's better. Amy says, cows come in all sorts of colors. Solid spots, white, brown, red. There's a red cow? Okay, now I really sound city. The red cow? I didn't see that. I saw white cow with black spots, black cow with white spots, and then a brown cow. So that's what I did. So this is the Cutest Cows. You can do so much with it. I mean, come on, a holy cow sentiment. I love it. And then the what's moo with you? I mean, come on. It's so funny. I love it so much. So definitely check it out. Get it now while you can get the discounted price. It's definitely worth getting the 10%. Oh, it's more like a rust, a bright red. Can you imagine a poppy parade red cow? Okay, I'm gonna have to Google it when I'm done and see what I can find. Okay, let's talk about this card for a second. I did find the layout over on Instagram. It wasn't made by a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It was using other product. And I'm going to walk you kind of through what she did or he did. I'm not sure. They did. And my interpretation. I will say I'm not loving the pecan pie. And so I'm actually going to switch it up and do something a little different. And you can tell me at the end which one you end up liking more. Okay. So one of the major things is I'm going to do a thick basic white card base instead. This is 4 1/4 by 11, our standard red like my dress. That would be a very vibrant. You would see that cow a mile away. I almost made a really, really bad joke. I wonder if a red cow milks strawberry milk. That was such a bad joke. Forgive me, guys. That was a dad joke. But then again, I love dad jokes. I'm all here for the cheesy jokes. Okay, 4¼ by 11. You're going to do 2 score marks. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate it. And we're going to score at, you know what? I'm going to put it here. Don't mind my handwriting so that you can see it. 2¾ and then 7. So you got to open up your wide. 2¾ and 7 are our 2 score marks. Strawberry milk. That was funny, right? Kind of. I love just cheesy, stupid jokes. I'm here for it. Okay, so this is what you end up with. So my 2¾ is here, and then my 7 score line is here. You can't really see it on the camera. And okay, let's talk about this for a second because I love what she did and I couldn't figure it out. So all my mathematicians and amazing crafters out there, if you can figure out a better way to do this, please let me know, email me, because I kind of figured this out, but I'm sure there's an easier way to figure out measurements. Oh, Marsha, you're so sweet. Okay, so what she did, or he did, they did, is they folded this line. Hold on. I gotta get a bone folder. And then she had a punch, or I keep saying she. Sorry. We're gonna assume it's a girl, a lady, because I keep saying she. She had a hexagon punch. And so like this, right? And so you could figure out the center of the punch and cut out from here, the exact center. Without short of just making a mark on my circle, I couldn't figure out the exact center. And I did it a couple of times, and no matter how I put it on my thing, it never came out perfectly center. So instead of just doing it like this, or she punched, I'm actually going to open it up and make my circle cut like this. Okay, so if you had something where you could exactly figure out the center, you could keep this part closed and punch, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So if you figure it out, let me know. But I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine as center as I can get it. And this doesn't have to be exact. What the problem is when I do it like this, if I don't get it center, when I open it, it ends up being like an oval. It's like a weird shape and it just doesn't work. So this was a little foolproof-ish, sort of. Hold on. I need a piece of tape. Okay, so okay, perfect. Am I good? I'm good. Okay, I'm second guessing myself, but I'm good. So you get this. I'm a little left. My circle is, I'm like really left. Oh, I'm like really left. Should I do it again? Sugar Pops, hold on. Let me try it once more. That is definitely more left than I like. I should just measure and do it properly. Okay, one more, and no matter what it comes out, that's what we're going to go with. Do as I say, not as I do. This is why I don't do fun folds, because I can't. It's a lot of fussing. It's a lot of fussing to try and get perfect measurements, and I'm just not a very patient person. Okay, let's see here, Jamie. Maybe I should put 2 pieces of tape to really hold it. Although I don't have. Oh, it's on the other side of my thing. Okay, we're going to do this. It's good. Okay, let's see if this is better. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay. You can always intentionally put it on one side or the other, and then it was supposed to be that way. Maybe die cut a Post-it note as a template. Yes. You can use your grid paper to center it. I could. Yes, that would make sense. My trouble isn't finding the center of the paper necessarily, although in that case it was. My biggest trouble was trying to figure out like the center of my die, right? Because my die is like 2 3/4, so like 1 1/3. Woo! Okay, we're good. We're good. And then this piece is what goes folded up. Why doesn't that look right? Hold on. That's well, we're going to go with it because I think I changed one of my measurements. Okay. So on this front piece here, I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to put one of the new patterns. It is the Country Woods Designer Series paper. It is a 12 by 12. It is all this yummy rustic wood paper. It's glorious. It's beautiful. What else? There's this one. And then there's one with like more color. There's blue. And then the back is more wood green, a darker wood green, a more brownish, orangey-ish wood green. So this, by the way, if you're looking for a sample of it, it is going to be included in my product share. You will get a 6x6 sample of it if you get a single designer paper or single want it all. If you want a 6x12, those are double shares. And you can find that all on my blog, or if you go to jamieb.com, you'll see I have lots going on. So just in general, make sure you check out my link because I have Stamp Camp coming up. I have In Color Club coming up, and I have Product Share coming up, all three of those. So check out jamieb.com. Make sure you spell my name right. Thanks, Mom and Dad. JAIMIEB.com. What did hold on. I want to make sure I'm saying it. Gian is saying, fold the Post-it note in half for a center. But how do I find the center of my die? That's the one I was struggling with. Right? Because if I find the center of my cardstock, okay, let's say that's the center, right? But then maybe my die isn't center. See the struggle? So this is 4x4, I think. Let's just double check. Yes, my crumb cake is 4x4, and the designer paper is 1/8 smaller, so 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. You know what? Someone mentioned to me that she found it helpful when I put the measurements in the comments. So let me do that. So you're going to start out with 4 1/4 by 11, and then you're going to score at 2 3/4 and 7 inches. Let me just plot that down. I know we already did this, but if someone finds that help easier, that's not going to be the right measurement. No, because I shortened it. Oh, pooper scooper. So my original, where's my original? My original is a little bit taller. It folds a little bit higher. So I wonder if I should have scored it a little shorter. So this measurement is based on that. It fits perfectly, but mine is not that measurement. This is why I never do fun folds. Okay, we are going to problem solve this because I can. So this is 4 1/4 by 4. 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 Oh my freaking goodness. I am like out of crumb cake. 4 1/4 by 4. Oh my gosh, that's like the perfect measurement. 4 1/4. Right? 4 1/4. No, 4. I don't know. I'm winging this to see if this is going to work. If it works, I'll give you the measurement, but I don't want to give you the measurement if my... Oh, no, we're good. Okay. So scratch what I said before. The crumb cake is... I'll pop that. Oops, hide that. Sorry, guys. Crumb cake is 3 3/4 by 4, and then the DSP would be 1/8 smaller, so 3 5/8 by 3 7/8. Is that right? Gosh, I hope that's right. Don't yell at me if it's wrong. This is why I don't do measurements. This is why I don't do tutorials. I am not the best when it comes to math. Okay, so this is going to go here on crumb cake. And then that's going to go on our card. Gosh, I love that paper so much. So pretty. Like not pretty and like, ooh, like so feminine and soft. Like it's rustic, but I love, you can do so much with it. And then one of the things I was going to switch and do differently is here I just stamped, obviously, because I couldn't color on pecan pie. But I figured, well, if I'm starting with a white card base, I absolutely can color. So we're going to do a little coloring. And I'm going to stamp the sunflowers. I'm going to start in the middle because I want to make sure I'm center, and then I'll work off of that. So one center. Now, I don't know about you, but my memento, oh, that is yucky. Let's not do that. My memento tends to multiply. I don't know why. And I always end up wearing it. And I can't tell you how many times I smudged making these cards. A lot. More than I wish to admit. So double check your hands. Like, just make sure you don't have ink marks on them. Okay, then over here. So if you start in the center, you almost get exactly 3 sets of sunflowers going across. And I forgot to grab markers. So we're going to use Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight. I'm going to color it how I colored yesterday's sunflower because honestly, I liked it a lot. And I'm going to pull in the pecan pie for the center. Okay, don't mind me. I got to do a little coloring. I'll try and go fast. So Granny Apple Green for the flowers. If you wanted to omit the coloring part, you could like stamp it in the crumb cake, kind of like I did for my sample. And that way you can avoid having a color, but come on, coloring's fun. And I am not a particular colorer. I usually just throw it on, as you can see. I'm using the brush end, but if you want a tad bit more control, you may want to use the bullet end. Whoops, oops, oops. Talk amongst yourselves. How's everybody doing today? I love how these leaves almost like look like little hearts. Like that one looks like a heart. Oh my goodness, I should have done this ahead of time. This is the part in the video, if you're catching the replay, where you just hit fast forward. Or if I was doing a reel, I would hit like speed up the video a little bit. Okay, so that's the light. I end up cutting the wrong side a lot. Oh no. Oh, that is annoying. Yep. And then I'm going to just take the brush end and I'm literally just dashing lines. I am not a particular colorer. A person that colors. And I actually like where you can see the contrast, where it's not perfectly blended. I kind of like that, but I know not everybody does. Okay, got the center, moving right along. This should go a little bit fast. Well, the flowers aren't. My light, yes, light. Double check your color. Pecan pie for the center. For the one card, where is it? This one here, I did pumpkin pie as the center just because I wanted to switch it up. But I don't know if I like it as much. I like the pecan pie better because it's a more like realistic sunflower color. Whoops, I totally went outside the lines. Okay, so I normally would be taking my time a bit more, but for the sake of time. Okay. And then I've been terrible about not reading card instructions all the way. Mistakes galore. Lori, we are one of the same. I am notorious and so bad. Like, I can't even tell you how many times this has caused problems in my life about reading something like fast, just kind of like glancing over it and thinking I've read and understood everything. And then come to find out I missed a piece or didn't really understand something all the way. I'm so bad at doing that. I've done it so many times. So I feel ya. Okay, here we go. Almost done. My hand's cramping, but it's all right. It's worth it. Must push. Must push through the pain. It's worth it. I got to color the cow still, but that should be a little easier, not quite so tedious. Okay. And then with the dark, I'm going to actually know what I got to go with the bullet point. I'm going to do the same thing and just add little lines kind of at the very bottom of the petals. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're good. Pecan pie or pumpkin pie? This one's pumpkin pie. That's the one I was like, I don't like it as much. This one's pecan pie. Did I say pumpkin pie? If I said it wrong, I apologize. Okay, so this is what we got. Okay, we got to do the center, which it's kind of too bad I can't use this, but it was folded and so we can't use it, but that's essentially what we need. And you know what? I'm going to use my oops and just cut out of it. So at this point, you're going to cut just another circle, the same size circle from like white, because we're going to be stamping. Okay. And at this point, we're going to stamp our cow and our rooster. Lots of coloring. So that's the thing. Like the cards I made are simpler cards, not a ton of product, a ton of like extra doodads, but almost all the cards have coloring, a lot of coloring. Okay, because I want to make sure I get everything on this circle, I'm going to start with my rooster. And he's mostly going to be on, but the tail is kind of hanging off. And then I'm going to do the body of the cow. But I got to keep in mind that his head is going to go there. So I need a lot space for that. Hopefully that's good. I don't know. We'll find out soon. Then the head. Ooh, that is tight. That is really... The rooster looks like he's kissing the cow. Is that too much? Should I redo it? Oh, I said pecan. Oh, okay. The rooster looks like he's kissing the cow. I mean, it's fine, right? It's totally fine, right? Okay, for the cow, I'm gonna do... I don't mean for the rooster to be giving the cow a kiss. In this case, I'm gonna go with a white cow with black spots. Yep, like with spots. I'm gonna do in basic black. And his hooves as well. So for those that aren't into fussy cutting, or you just want simpler, quicker projects, this is a great one because you don't have to, there's no fussy cutting. I know sometimes like you could fussy cut this out, but you don't have to. I'm going to come in with the dark and just add a little bit of contrast. Again, I'm not blending. I'm just kind of, I don't mind the lines. I don't mind when the lines show up. Okay, then petal pink for his, this area. I don't know what it's called. The mouth. Guys, I almost just said snout, but a snout is a pig. I really don't know my farm animals. Please don't judge me. I don't know math. I don't know my farm animals. I know card making. I think he's whispering a secret in the cow's ear. We're gonna go with that because that's less weird. I like that a lot more. Okay. And is that all for the cow? I gotta check my thing. Oh, I didn't do the grass. Hold on, let's do the grass quickly. Now, grass, I did like one up here, kind of under the rooster, and then one a little lower. Okay, grass. See my lid? Can you see that? Oh, vaguely, but I think I just need to get a new memento because there's just ink everywhere all over it, and then I smudge. Okay, so grass I'm gonna do in shaded spruce, and I'm just gonna kind of go over the lines. I'm not really coloring. I'm just literally following the lines, Stampin' Up! Put in that grass image. If you wanted a little bit more fuller look, you could do what I did in my very first card that I showed with a blending brush and where is it? If you wanted this to look a little bit more fuller, you could, maybe I should do that. Should we do that? Okay, let's think about that. And then for the rooster, I'm going to do the rooster how I did this rooster because I like it more. So I got to remember what I did. What did I do again? Oh, I have markers literally everywhere. So I'm going to come in and start with Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to create kind of this ombre rainbow gradient of color. I started way too far, right? And then come in with some pumpkin pie at the very end. And then the darkest pumpkin pie just at the very, very, very end. And then I'm going to come back with my light Daffodil Delight and blend that all out. So unlike where I was like, I like seeing the lines. And this one, I don't really want to see the lines. I want to see a nice blend from dark to light. Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to come, this is where, I don't know, this is where you can have really fun discoloring. That one came out better, but we're good. It's bleeding a little bit. I'm adding so much ink to it. Guys, I'm not going to even attempt to say what that is called on a rooster, but the little thing and the little thing we're going to call color real red. I have no idea what these things are called. So in an effort to not make a complete fool of myself more than I already have, we're going to let it be. Gosh, that's bothering me. Where's my lifter? Let's see if I can get rid of some of that color. Oh, no! A big glob came out. Oh, that's not going to be good. We will make it work. Let that dry a second. Do you see that? I don't know if it can show you. A big glob. See that circle? It was supposed to just be a little dab and a big glob came out. Okay, we will continue. I'll do the body and then we'll fix the face in a second. Jamie Babarsi. Okay, for the body, I'm going to do the shaded spruce for the most part. You little stinker. That's what I get for trying to fix my mistake. I should have just let it be. And then dark shaded spruce. And I'm going to do a gradient again, kind of going from green to blue. And then I'm going to come with Azure Afternoon first, the light. Then dark Azure Afternoon next. And then light Blueberry Bliss next. And then lastly, although you're not going to see it a ton because now my feathers are like off the page, dark Blueberry Bliss at the very tippy ends. And then I'm going to come back with the Azure Afternoon and kind of come into the green a little bit. And so it blends it really beautifully. It almost becomes like a teal when you blend the shaded spruce with the green. Nope, shaded spruce is green. When you blend the shaded spruce with the azure afternoon, it becomes like this really beautiful teal. My comb on the head. Comb on the head. Is that what it's called? The face. It's all smudged. It's all smudged. Ah, stinking color lifter. I should have left it alone. Okay, well, I don't know what, guys. I'm going to keep going, and probably when we're done, I'll make this again and fix it and post it so it looks nice. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to redo all of that. But I probably will when we're done, honestly. I wanted a really nice sentiment. You could fit the thank you from the Cutest Cows on here, but I just wanted a friendship sentiment. So we have our brand new Unbounded Love, and it's got all these tiny little sentiments, and there's this really simple, small friend sentiment, which is exactly what I wanted and was looking for. And so that's what I'm going to go with. Oh, that's bothering me so much. Okay, I'll fix it when we're done. You get the idea. It should look like, no, where is it? It should look like this, really nice and crisp, and it doesn't. Anywho, okay, so then this is gonna go, oh, I love that, I think. Where's my, and so for this, we're gonna then just put adhesive on the designer paper that's peeking through. And push that down. So then, why don't you open? There you go. It's a little bit of a tight kind of getting it to open and close, but it does, the more you do, you kind of have to get it working. I can send you the card with the rooster kissing the cow. It's different. I don't think roosters really kiss cows in life, but whatever. Now, I will say the perk of using thick white as the card base is that you're all set here and you don't have to like create a white spot. For this one, I did. And okay, I don't know the best way to go about doing this, but what I did was let me just grab this scrap. This is just scrap grid paper. But what I did on this white, like imagine this is my white, just so you can see how I did it, is I put the grid, like the white over here, right? And then I flipped it around and I drew a stencil. Okay, so imagine this is my white piece. And then I cut just outside that line I drew. I hope that makes sense. I couldn't figure out another way. Again, math isn't my forte, but I cut this white piece and then I put it over, like behind this, and then I traced it, the mark. Does that make sense? Like here, let's imagine my Post-it note is the white, right? So I put it here, like la 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 la. And then on the back, I traced the circle. Okay. And then when I cut it out, I cut just outside the line so that there would be a little bit of a space. Now, this isn't ideal because you can see my cutting isn't really exact and smooth. It's a little ragged looking, but that's essentially what I did. If I had taken my time, you would see that better. But that's how I did that inside white piece. This is nice. It's all white, and so you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Whew. That was a little intense. You'll have to let me know. Do you like that one? Or do you like the pecan pie? I feel like it pops more on the pecan pie. Maybe if I had done, maybe that's what I'll fiddle with a little bit more. If I had done a circle and like a solid, maybe in pecan pie after all that. And then stamped my images on like an inner circle. Maybe I'll try that and play around with it a little bit more, but you'll have to let me know. Joe likes the pecan pie one. Which one? I could never fussy cut a circle. I just get the next size up circle and I chop it. Well, yeah, I guess I could have done that. But that, no, I tried that, but then it's not like the same angle. I don't know. What do I know? There's been so many oops in this card video. So anyways, those are the bones of making this fun fold. The idea is that you use product that you have on hand, you give it a try, you make mistakes, you figure out how to fix them, and you just kind of fiddle around and try different things. But that's the bones of it. And I'd love to see if you come up like a different way of doing it, or if your measurements are different. Jamie, I got an app called Fraction Calculator that helps me a lot. I mean, I used to work in finance and still have trouble with fractions. Isn't that interesting? Fraction Calculator. That sounds like something I could really use in life. Measurements are not my forte. So give it a try. If you find a new tip or something, please drop it in the comments or shoot me an email. I'd love to hear your take on the fun fold if you try it and you're able to come up with something else. But this is the Cutest Cows. You can make that card, or then this one. I have that one, or I have that one. So just so many options, different things you can do. Try them out, give it a try, and that ends this week's tutorial. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, right here with another tutorial, and I hope to see you then. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye-bye.